the one-day hormone reset solution designed to help any man or woman over 40 lose up to 1 pound of fat per day. It heals the aging and sluggish metabolism. It restores youthfulness, vitality, and energy. It reactivates declining fat-burning hormones. Carbs, cheat food, and alcohol are not forbidden. No exercise required and no willpower needed. Developing old can be perilous. I know from true experience the trail is tricky and the traps are many. The decrease in hormones, the age-related aggravation, the unforeseen joint torment. The wrinkles we never expected to see when we wake up and look in the mirror every morning. The absence of vitality for sex each night when we rest. It appears it simply occurs incidentally, and it tends to be truly discouraging. I'm 47 years of age, so dislike I didn't have any acquaintance with it was coming. Dislike the mirror stayed quiet about the procedure. Dislike we are pioneering a trail as we become more seasoned, or on the other hand, nobody has ever done it previously. Simply take a gander at your folks and grandparents. You're savvy to be readied because there is an emotional hormonal move that happens to our bodies after we passage 40. What's more, it introduces a few metabolic difficulties waiting to be tended to set out on toward anyone in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who needs to live more, look more youthful and dispense with undesirable fat. Difficulties that can disturb hormones and harm your digestion, expanding fat stockpiling while at the same time quickening maturing both inside and outside of your body. If developing old gets you off guard, it did us, don't pummel yourself. It may be the case that an amazing majority has set you up for this minute, which is the reason I'm keeping in touch with you today. To acquaint you with a one-day proof-based fat misfortune diagram that can assist you with reversing this quick hormonal decay that happens to us all after we turn age 40. The real reason why men and women over 40 years old must eat differently than younger people to optimize hormones and quickly melt difficult fat. In case you're more than 40 years of age and you're thinking past times worth remembering are behind you, I'm here to disclose to you it doesn't need to be like this since it's truly not your issue. You are not feeble. You don't have to practice more. You needn't bother with more control. You needn't bother with more self-discipline. It's not your hereditary qualities. What's more, it's truly not your age, or even your digestion to a fault. It's your hormones. The present most prominent weight control plans cause a quick decrease in metabolic rate, hurting the hormones and harming the digestion of individuals more than 40 years of age. Age-related growth hormone deficiency, 20, the easing back metabolic rate, 21, the quickened hormonal decline, 22. Join every one of these fixings and you have a harmful metabolic mixed drink, making it about unthinkable for individuals more than 40 years of age to lose difficult fat. This is the reason individuals in their 40s, 50s or 60s must eat uniquely in contrast to more youthful individuals to rebalance their hormones and stay away from the present deadliest sicknesses. If not for my significant other's malignancy venture, this one-day fat-consuming mystery would not exist. I have one individual, and one individual in particular, to thank for unearthing this 24-hour hormone advancement mystery, my wonderful lady of the hour, Karen. As a general rule, she's my saint, the most unselfish spouse, mother, and nana I know. What's more, as you'll before long find, her genuine story of beating hormonal irregular characteristics is downright inexplicable. Everything began a couple of years after we previously got hitched when out of the center of no place we got the staggering news. Karen tried positive for colorectal malignancy. At her first screening arrangement, the attendants disclosed to us individuals who had her sort of malignancy just have a 12% possibility of living 5 years or longer after medicines. It carries tears to my eyes each time I consider it, dashing considerations every day about how I would ever carry on with my existence without her. Seeing the annihilation all over, hearing the frenzy in her voice after she conversed with the specialist. The present personal trainers and diet experts have no clue about your current hormonal imbalances or are what makes your metabolism respond after turning 40 years old. I realized it was now or never. On the off chance that I didn't assist Karen with getting free of her malignant growth-induced menopause belly, there's no determining what might befall her well-being, our marriage or our future. From that day forward I vowed to take the necessary steps to ensure Karen never felt along these lines again. Ever. Superior to drugs. For quicker fat misfortune, for more youthful looking skin, for improved vitality, for malady anticipation, it's one of the world's best kept fat consuming privileged insights. Before sharing this special one-day hormone resetting convention with Karen, I realized I needed to give her genuine proof. Considering all of the customary eating regimens and exercise exhortation I had quite recently given her didn't work, her suspicion was normally higher than any time in recent memory. So the main thing I did is put this 24-hour diet stunt to the test a couple of days out of every week while taking week after week progress picture to prove it worked, in light of the fact that I realized it was upheld by distributed investigations and logical research about how the body's hormones react after 40. Also, I had quite recently turned 47 a couple of months sooner, so my age class was an ideal fit. Presently I know when you take a gander at the photos underneath, you'll in all likelihood see I was fit as a fiddle when I began. And I ought to think about I'm as a wellness proficient. Yet, amidst the present conditions, I had fallen into a trench, so I knew this was great planning for me to discover the inspiration to test things out and refocus. Hello, now and again it takes a disaster to get the show on the road. My hormones were quickly optimized, so my body started eating its fat. After my June 30th picture was taken, Karen was so pleased with me that she shockingly wound up motivated to give it a shot. Now she didn't have anything to lose, so I advised her, Nectar, simply attempt it for the multi-week. If you don't get results as I did, I'll do clothing for the following week. You realize the amount I abhor doing clothing. Much to my dismay, this 24-hour hormone rebalancing outline would be so incredible, so viable it would change her body and spare her from the living bad dream she was encountering. Helping this grandmother, presently I call her Super Nana, shed 8 pounds of menopause stomach fat in the initial 7 days. The hormone resetting vegan and vegetarian alternative. There are a lot of approaches to join sound plant-based nourishments into your eating regimen without following a lot of severe, convoluted, senseless standards that pulverize your public activity and at last make perilous lacks while unleashing destruction on your hormones. Superficially, every one of the 3 of these prevalent weight control plans seem like incredible decisions. However, it just takes half a month before the negative reactions incur significant damage. In all actuality, at the point when individuals in their 40s, 50s, and 60s utilize any of these prominent weight control plans, fat stockpiling, hormonal uneven characters, constant infection, and other destructive indications of metabolic disorder naturally pursue. The most serious issue with every one of the 3 of these weight control plans isn't only the inadequacies, the decrease in vitality, the limitation and hardship. The compound impact is an endless loop that prompts terrible and inescapable results. It's anything but difficult to see. The traps of following the most recent ordinary eating regimen patterns are not worth the hazard for any individuals in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and past. Which is actually why we made this hormone boosting arrangement. Simply follow the 3 simple solutions below to reset your body's master fat-burning hormones within the next 24 hours. Every arrangement is deliberately intended for your current hormonal state, so they feed off one another, making a synergistic impact. At the point when you consolidate every one of the 3 arrangements together, the lift is so amazing. Inside only a couple of days you'll see a complement midsection and feel years more youthful than you do now, all while rebalancing your hormones and guaranteeing simple, manageable weight reduction. Without levels, metabolic lull, yearning or desires. The Over 40 Hormone Reset Solution Number 1. Key meal timing. At the point when you get eager, and particularly when you have those annoying nourishment desires that just won't leave, ghrelin is to be faulted. You may believe it's an absence of self-discipline, yet in all actuality, it's a wealth of ghrelin. In case you're more than 40, customary dinner timing strategies program your stomach to discharge continuous beats of the appetite hormone, ghrelin, prompting regularly expanding yearning and longings. The freshest investigations presently show nibbling, regardless of whether it's solid, and eating 5 to 6 times each day doesn't accelerate metabolic rate or increment weight loss. 27. There's a basic feast timing strategy you can use rather, just a couple of days of the week, that resets your ghrelin beats, helping you eliminate appetite and yearnings for the last time while leaving you feeling full and fulfilled, even late around evening time. At the point when this straightforward feast timing custom is pursued only a couple of days, each hormone above will be improved so your body can go into the ideal fat-consuming condition for Hormone Reset Solution Number 2 to do something amazing. The Over 40 Hormone Reset Solution Number 2. Key food combinations. There's a straightforward hormone upgrading nourishment mix to eat before bed that will initiate tranquil rest while helping you wake up feeling stimulated, revived and prepared to take on one more day. One of these nourishments specifically tastes simply like sweet, however it's stacked with a heavy portion of melatonin. Consolidating, hormone recuperating proteins, carbs, and fats vitally are the thing that takes into account the metabolic state of individuals in their 40s, 50s, and 60s to support rebalance insulin, cortisol, and melatonin in as meager as 24 hours. Keep in mind, in case you're more than 40, you should eat differently if you need to live more, look more youthful, and reliably get more fit. Just click the link at the below description and download your discounted copy of the Over 40 Hormone Reset Diet plus your 5 free bonus gifts.